Today, I would like to talk about how identity politics is a breeding ground for hate and hate groups. Think about, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about the main idea of every hate group there is, allegedly. Every one of them talk about their race, their identity, how their race is part of their identity, and how other races are somehow attacking or impugning their own race. Ku Klux Klan. If it ain't about impure Ku Klux Klan, let's talk about the Klan. They believe, you all know they hate black people, gays, anybody that's different than whites, because they believe that their identity as white men or white society as a whole is under attack from what they call unpure people. That's identity politics. It's more than just hating black people or hating just another race. It's more to it than that. Blacks who think people, some of them, not all, as we can see now in this generation, as you can see right now, the great divide amongst African Americans these days. They kind of split into sections. There is the racist blacks who would try to say they're not racist because they don't have power. It's retarded. It's blacks who hate white people because they think their racial identity is under attack. In a way, it would be true. It could be both. Not as bad as it was 50 years ago, no. But people don't realize all these groups coming together, isolating each other, and forming special groups. They're not helping their own people. They're only, see, if they want to end racism, they stop being racist. Speaking, the people, the answer is already given to you by the Bible. Love does not hate. Okay, it does not keep records of wrongs. But let's make on subject. Identity politics is the breeding ground for hate. It's the foundation for which hate is built on. It's one of the pillars. It's not the main one. It's one of the hate and the belief that your identity is attached to what skin color you are. Speaking, you need identity politics. Identity politics just says that your identity is surrounded merely and solely on your skin color, your race. Democrats have been using this since the beginning. That any attack on is an attack on not just the argument you make, but going on you as a person. Criticism. It can't just be a disagreement. It has to be because you're black, or because you're white, because you're gay, because you're trans, because you're something. Insert identity politics here. It can't be I just disagree. Because that's not what identity politics states. It says that if you disagree with my politics, you basically disagree with my identity. which then makes the person go defensive. And you are the enemy. You hate people. This word hate has been thrown around like the word racism. It's like there nobody knows what it means just to say you hate people. Just to say you hate people. It's an argument in there. They don't want to hear the argument because they don't really have an argument. It's just that they just gonna say you hate people because it's easier to say that than to assume that you might have a point. Oversensitive people. I don't know why people are surprised that this came about. I've been saying this since for half my life, since before it became a thing. I said that this was going to happen. People are not going to be satisfied with 50-50. Can't meet you halfway. They want you to go all the way with it. People are not going to be satisfied with, as long as you follow the law, you will be okay. No, you need to break the law. The law doesn't have to apply to us. We have an excuse for everything. There's a way to show compassion and satisfy the law at the same time. But they say you should ignore the law for the sake of compassion. No, that's not how it works. TDD politics. No, I had something. Let's take a look at the left's identity politics for a minute. And I'm going to prove to you that they have the same mentality as the hate groups that they're complaining about. What is the main thing they always talk about? Race. Everything's revolving around race. Just like the Ku Klux Klan, everything's revolving around the race. Everything's about race. If you bring up an argument to counter an argument, they're going to say you hate because you don't like black people. Or whatever argument it is. If it's an argument for black people, and you have an argument that says that seems reasonable or rational, they say you hate black people and you're against black people. Because everything revolves around their identity as a black person. Like, is that your only identity? Your identity is not because you're not your whole identity. Blah 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 blah. Your identity is not because you're being black is not an identity. It's just what you are. There's lots of black people around. There's lots of them. Being a black person is not unique. You have plenty of people who are black. That's why it can't be an identity. It's who you are. No, it's what you are, not who you are. There's a difference. What are you? I'm a black person. Who are you? You know what you are, but you don't know who you are. Democrats will have you believe that what you are is the same as who you are. It's not. It's just like being gay is not an identity. That's what you are. I am gay. Wait. Well, that's what you are, but who are you? A lot of people don't know who they are. So they keep hold of what they are and hold as a substitute for who they are. If you were to challenge them on who are you, they'll keep telling you they're the same thing. They say, I'm a gamer. No. That's only what you are. You ain't telling me who you are. You telling me what you are. You are what you are is not who you are. You need to get in the mindset of what you are. There's a lot of what you are around here. Being gay is not special. Being anything is not special. That's what you are. What makes you other than you being gay. There's lots of people who can be that, which separates you from everybody else. There can only be one person of us. There can be similarities, but there can only be one you. You got to solving identity politics isn't arguing the politics. It's getting people to realize that what they are isn't who they are, and to find out who they are, what you believe in, what's your heartbeat. You talk about, ask yourself, who are the people who can complain about being hard for black people, or being hard for gays, or it's always the spoiled ones, the children, growing up in grown-up bodies, speaking college students who got as much privilege as the next person in college. The ones making the most noise. The ones who got a college education. Because they think they're speaking for the people who can't. They think they're speaking for the people who can. They can speak for themselves. And the world's not as racist as everybody makes it seem like. It's ridiculous. Oh, there is racist is going to exist for the rest of all eternity, or at least the era ends. They're going to be racist, so you might as well get over it. And they keep going back to slavery. Slavery's not coming back, so let's stop. You never were a slave. How can you compare anything in this era to slavery when you never were a slave to begin with? You weren't a slave. You never were a slave. You don't know what it was like to be a slave. And stop trying to compare what you read in books to real life. To real life. Just because you read it don't mean you experienced it. And just because you heard about it doesn't mean you know anything about it. I never go around claiming I know anything about how it was to be a slave. I know what I read, but there's probably more to it than just what I read. You can't compare this. It's just a slave so you can complain and cry all the freaking time. I don't know what. So I mean, ain't nobody go around shooting up gay people. Nobody cares if you're gay. Just nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares. It used to be a time when people used to care. People used to do a lot of things back in the day. Back in the day, they did the same thing they did to black people. They persecuted gay people back then. It was wrong. But that doesn't mean they're going to keep doing. They're going to be back to stop flaunting it around. That the people want to go back to doing it again. I think that is the problem. It is fear. That if people relaxed and chilled out, that the past is just gonna come back to the future, and that's the reason my fear exists is because of media. You listen to the media will have you believe that, oh, they're gonna revoke voting rights all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever, or our democracy is an attack, or our democracy is under attack. They always say that, but never explain what the heck that means. But make the matter is, just instill fear, because they fear. They want you to fear the fear they fear. They want to control your emotion, because that is the thing. They are emotional manipulators. Not fake news, not lying news, they're emotional manipulators. They They realize they got power to influence the people and they're using it to their advantage. Both sides are sort of doing this, but technically speaking, it's to their advantage. To instill fear, instill anxiety. Oh, they're going to take away women's rights. They're going to put blacks back in chains. They're saying all this nonsense that don't make no sense. No evidence of it ever existing or coming to fruition. They're just saying stuff to be saying it on air. When did they say this? Just because a politician said it. Politicians we all know are to be liars. I don't know why. We've been saying it for years. Politicians lie like every time, and we keep acting like we keep going back and believing them like they tell the truth. Like chumps. Like Malcolm X said, we're political chumps. We believe whatever nonsense that come out their mouth, even though we know them to be chronic liars, chronic exaggerators of the truth. Technically speaking, chronic exaggerators of the truth. They don't know the truth. They know how to manipulate you, tell you how to feel. They know how to tell you how to think. They know how to tell you how to interpret facts. How you should interpret facts. That'll let you interpret facts for yourself. They know how to do that very well. And most people want that. Most people prefer to not think on their own. Some people prefer to let others do the thinking for them so they don't have to think for themselves. These people are what we call useful. Those people, they are useful sheep. These are willfully ignorant sheep. Because they want you to believe this. You want to believe cops would kill children. They want to believe cops are evil. They want to believe that cops are corrupt. They don't like optimism. They don't believe in optimism. They don't believe in change. That's why they always say white people are always going to be racist. They don't want to believe in the ability to make change outside their own way of thinking. If you were to ask them what would constitute proper change, it would be more likely them getting away with a lot of crap. It's a bunch of spoiled kids wanting to get away with nonsense. If you want me to know the cure for unfair treatment in the justice system, and I'm going all the way out of subject here, it isn't to give black people less time. It's to give white people more time. Do what the parents do. Okay. So you want to complain, you're both going to jail at the same time. At the same amount of time. You thought you were going to get a break, didn't you? You thought you were going to... No. You're both going to jail at the same amount of time. What about this? This world's full of what about... America has a lot of problems. I'm sorry. Identity politics is hard to stay focused on when America has so many problems. Identity politics is just one of the many pillars of the problems that America has. And that also breeds for hate groups. And then you also got the whataboutisms. The whataboutism. There ought to be a group of people called the whatabouter. The whatabout them people. The people who are ready to go around and they always got this one word. What about insert blank? These guys are full of excuses. These people, human beings are always saying, what about somebody? If they think it exists, they're going to say, what about somebody? They don't know what's going on. It don't matter. You did something wrong. It doesn't matter what about the other person. You the one got caught. So I want to take responsibility. Your responsibility, not on freedom. I know this stuff because really about how identity politics is breeding ground for hate. We talk about the Black Panther group. We talk about how they're whole mantra is the old one. We're not talking about the new one. Well, the new one now. Yeah, they've gotten more racist than the old one. See, making the matter is white people are evil and we need to do something violence. It's always violence. It's like they know better than the hate groups. Other hate groups on the opposite side of the spectrum. Make the matter is they know better than the people they're complaining about. Tribalism. They got these people who won't be. Everybody wants to think alike. Have no brain of their own. They all want to think like sheep, like cattle. They all want to think alike. You are gangsters. No, there's two different paths to the same goal. Just because we don't necessarily agree with the method for which you want the peace. You don't really want peace. You want violence. If you really wanted peace, your way would bring about peace, but it doesn't. Yeah, I blame everything on Trump. This stuff was going on way before Trump even got in the office. Nonsense been going on ever since Obama. First, brought in identity politics into the fray. People gave him a pass for everything. He could have made murder, straight out murder, and they already gave him a pass. Man could have killed million people. And y'all say, oh, he's the greatest, he's Jesus Christ. But moment the right praises our president, they like, oh, terrible thing is a terrible thing. I've seen this is the argument. Oh, the right to worship Trump like he's God. You did the same thing, Obama. When the right gives Trump too many passes, you did the same thing, Obama. You gave him. Both sides are horrible. They both hypocrites, a bunch of self-righteous, egotistical, self-righteous douchebags. That's technically what both sides display in today, in this age. The most self-righteous douchebags. Self-righteous. You know what's the problem with self-righteous people? They're both a bunch of hypocrites. Every last one of them. People who think of themselves as good instead of actually being good. Doing the right thing instead of doing the right thing. They think they're doing the right thing. But yet they complain and get outraged over things they themselves do. They complain about the right, but yet they do the exact same thing. They complain about the right doing. I mean, digging up nonsense in people's past and then use it against them. Like, it's freaking dumb. It's stupid. Using jokes as though they're serious. You didn't think he was using jokes, obvious jokes, as if they were serious. Purposely getting outraged over a joke and taking it seriously. Which you didn't take seriously when you first heard it. But because out of convenience and out of politics, you want to take it seriously. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but there's lots of things in this world. I might make a new video just for that. My goodness. As I end, tell me what you think.